You've been lied to. Everyone tells you that discipline is the secret to success. Wake up early, work harder, push through, grind. But here's the truth. No one tells you discipline alone won't change your life. Because discipline without direction is just suffering. It's like running full speed in the wrong direction. If you don't understand this harsh truth, you'll spend years grinding, hustling, sacrificing, and still end up frustrated, still stuck, still asking, why am I not further ahead? Today I'm going to give you the truth. The truth that can save you years of wasted effort. And the practical steps that will finally help you break free. So listen carefully, because this isn't just another work harder pep talk. This is the wake-up call you've been needing. Here's the problem. Most people treat discipline like it's the golden key. They think, if I can just force myself to wake up at 5 a.m., I'll be successful. If I can just push through my laziness, everything will fall into place. If I can just grind harder than everyone else, I'll win. But what happens? They wake up early for a week. They push themselves into strict routines, they burn themselves out, and they quit. Sound familiar? Because here's what's really happening. Discipline becomes punishment instead of empowerment. You're trying to beat yourself into submission instead of building a system that works. That's why so many people fail. They rely only on discipline, without clarity, without purpose, without systems. And eventually, the weight of sheer willpower alone crushes them. So the question is, if discipline isn't enough, what is? Here's the shift that changes everything. Discipline is a tool, not the foundation. Discipline is like fuel for a car. It can make you go faster. But if your car is pointed in the wrong direction, more fuel just gets you lost faster. What you actually need is clarity. You need systems. You need an identity shift. You need alignment with your purpose. Discipline only works when it's connected to the right vision, the right habits, and the right reasons. That's the harsh truth. If you don't realize this, you'll spend years trying to discipline your way to success and still wake up feeling empty. So let's break it down into the lessons, the truths that will finally set you free. Lesson 1. Clarity comes before discipline. If you don't know where you're going, discipline doesn't matter. It's like trying to row a boat with all your strength, but you're heading toward the wrong shore. Oprah once said, "The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams." But notice something. She didn't say the life of someone else's dreams. She meant yours. That's clarity. Here's why it matters. Most people waste their discipline chasing goals they don't even want. They go to college because their parents told them to. They work jobs they hate because society says it's safe. They build routines based on what they see on Instagram, not what actually fits their life. No wonder they burn out. Here's how you can use this. Before you push yourself to be more disciplined, pause. Ask, what do I actually want? Why does this matter to me? Get crystal clear. Write it down. Because clarity gives discipline a purpose. Lesson 2. Systems beat willpower. Think about it. Do you brush your teeth every morning because of discipline? No. You do it because it's a system, a habit. It's automatic. That's the real secret. Discipline is for building systems. Systems are what sustain success. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, said it perfectly. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Here's why this matters. If you rely only on willpower, you'll lose. Because willpower runs out. But if you create systems, like setting your workout clothes out the night before, or blocking social media during work, you make discipline unnecessary. Here's how you can use this. Don't ask, how can I be more disciplined? Ask, how can I design my environment so discipline isn't required? Set up systems that pull you forward instead of routines that drain you. Lesson 3. Identity shapes behavior. Here's the part most people never realize. You don't stick to habits because of discipline. You stick to them because of identity. If you see yourself as someone who tries to work out, discipline feels like a fight. But if you see yourself as an athlete, working out is just what you do. Identity makes discipline effortless. This is why people who quit smoking don't just say, "I'm trying to quit." The ones who succeed say, "I don't smoke." Here's how you can use this. Stop saying, "I'm trying." Start saying, "I am." Shift your identity to match the life you want. Because discipline fades, but identity endures. Lesson 4. Emotion fuels discipline. Here's the truth. Discipline without emotion is empty. If you don't care deeply, you won't last. Think about a parent with a newborn. Do they wake up at 2 a.m. because of discipline? No. They wake up because they love their child.
Oh.
That's emotion. That's why it works. Here's how you can use this. Don't just set goals. Attach them to emotion. Don't say, I want to save money. Say, I want to save money so my kids never struggle the way I did. Emotion is fuel. Find your reason why, and discipline becomes natural. Lesson 5. Environment shapes discipline. You are not stronger than your environment. If junk food is in your house, you'll eat it. If your friends are lazy, you'll copy them. Discipline fails when the environment works against you. That's why high performers design their surroundings for success. Warren Buffett once said, "The chains of habit are too light to be felt until they are too heavy to be broken." Here's how you can use this. Audit your environment. What's dragging you down? It's draining your energy. What habits are being triggered by your surroundings? Fix your environment and you won't need as much discipline. Lesson 6. Discipline must be paired with rest. Here's another harsh truth. Discipline without recovery is destruction. Think about an athlete. If they only train and never rest, their body breaks. It's the same with your mind and your goals. Too many people confuse burnout with discipline. They think exhaustion is a badge of honor. It's not. It's a warning sign. Here's how you can use this. Schedule rest like it's part of your routine. Recovery isn't weakness. It's fuel for the next push. Lesson 7. Small wins beat big bursts. Most people try to use discipline to force massive overnight change. They start strict diets. They take on huge goals. And then they collapse. But success doesn't come from big bursts. It comes from small wins, repeated daily. Here's how you can use this. Stop chasing all or nothing. Instead, focus on small and consistent. Because small wins build momentum. And momentum is more powerful than discipline. Let's tie this all together. Discipline alone won't change your life. But clarity will. Systems will. Identity will. Emotion will. Environment will. Rest will. Small wins will. Discipline matters. Yes. But it's not the foundation. It's the glue. It's the spark that gets you moving, not the engine that keeps you going. And if you've been punishing yourself, thinking you're failing because you're not disciplined enough, stop. You don't need to fight harder. You need to build smarter.
Yes.
Because when you align discipline with clarity, systems, identity, emotion, and environment, that's when your life transforms. That's when success stops feeling like a grind and starts feeling like momentum. So the choice is yours. Keep trying to force discipline alone, or build a life where discipline becomes natural. Now it's your turn. Which lesson hit you the hardest? Is it clarity, systems, identity? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your story. And if this video gave you the shift you needed, share it with someone who's been struggling. Because they need this truth too. And remember, discipline alone won't change your life. But discipline, aligned with clarity and purpose, can change everything. Subscribe for more life-changing content. Your future self will thank you.